Tell you where it all happens?
No.
It's going to be at 333 South Waterman. That's just north of the 10 freeway. The Freeway Auto Center Car Meet and Sales Event, hosted by Low and Fitted, September 12th. It's getting hot at Freeway Auto Center. You've never had such a good time buying a car.
As the owner of my business, I wear a lot of hats. I'm accounting, sales, and so much more. But I don't know marketing.
Let Dex Media be your marketing department. Our team can create a digital plan for you with everything from search to social. Contact Dex Media, that's DEX Media, to get found, get chosen, and get talked about.
Whoa, that's a job for cleanup, which would be me.
Call 844-230-3436 or visit dexmedia.com today.
Is your radio station dull and boring like most corporate-owned stations on the dial? Then it's time to tune to Kcaa 1050 AM. It will blow your mind and maybe expand it too. Kcaa is your independently owned go-to station in the Inland Empire. It's a veritable cornucopia of crazy, an assemblage of awesome and cool, and it's a little weird too. KCAA pumps out more local and national radio each week than most major networks while offering CNBC business news headlines during the week and NBC sports news on weekends. KCAA is unique, interesting, quirky, and sometimes outlandishly crazy, which adds up to a high volume of awesome. And for you audiophiles, KCAA delivers FM sound quality to our transmitter, which is why KCAA is the best-sounding AM station on the dial. So make your day with KCAA and find us online at kcaaradio.com. KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
The founder of a world-renowned symphony made up of children.
The Inland Empire's most heroic teacher.
The world-famous mixed martial arts hero, Baptiste Mansour.
The lady who's saving homeless kids in Redlands.
The Inland Empire has thousands of community, business, and kid heroes. Each week, we share their stories with you. Join us for My Awesome Empire and find out why the Inland Empire is so great.
Saturday afternoons at 5 p.m. on AM 1050 and KCAAradio.com.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay.
Every Thursday night at 7 on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050.
The other station claims to be local. Since when is Glendale local? KCAA News Talk 1050, your true local station.
Hey, buddy, I heard the drought's moving in, muscling in on your turf. To make matters worse, the man keeps telling you to limit your spigot. That drought is bad news, no fooling. But me and my boys can help. The Water Boys, on the Water Zone, Thursday nights at 6. We'll help you protect your turf and save water. And hey, don't worry about it. Consider it a gift.
Yeah, Louie, you heard the boss. We gotta listen in at 6 p.m. on Thursday nights.
Okay, Vinny, you got it. The Water Zone, Thursday nights at 6 p.m. I'll tell our lawn it's now protected.
The Water Zone on KCAA 1050 AM.
Southern California's Inland Talk Express is KCAA News Talk 1050.
Do you hate your job? Are you ready to jump off your relationship? Hi, this is Dr. Marissa, also known as the Kinder, Gentler Dr. Laura, inviting you to tune in for my second week of the month series, where listeners call in to balance their life tires and smog check their BS, belief systems that get in the way of happiness 88% of the time, exclusively on UBN Radio every Tuesday at noon, Pacific Standard Time at www.ubnradio.com or on the free app for a show about hope and happiness, peace in and peace out.
Now that you've found UBN Radio and discovered our quality talk shows, it's time to spread the word to friends, family, and the universe. 24 hours of music and talk. Radio without limits. That's why people keep coming back for more. That's ubnradio.com.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. To be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay on ubnradio.com.
And welcome. I am Dr. Marissa, also known as the honorable moniker, the Asian Oprah lately. Thanks to all my fabulous guests, past Oprah guests on the show, as well as winning some fabulous awards that I'll tell you about later, because it's that season of awards and presentations again. So stay tuned for the Balance Bar when I also do my Asian Oprah giveaway. But this is a show about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K words, no Kardashian talk on take my advice. Take my advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon here at the Sunset Gower Studio with Universal Broadcasting Network, and every Thursday and now Saturday, 7 and 2 on my syndicated CNBC News Radio channel, Kcaa, AM 1050, soon to be FM 2. And since today is Drive-By Compliment Day on the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa, I have some compliments to dish out. Let's see. Rachel Gita, first of all, on my Facebook, had some very kind things to say about my 52-card pick-me-ups, Stacking the Deck for Life Balance with Dr. Marissa motivational card. So I will say that, Rachel, you are very astute, and she's also a former grad student of mine. So peace out to her. Jarvis, my sound engineer and assistant producer, is very quick learner, and he is smart. Tony, my station owner and manager here at UBN, is awfully cute. And every part of his butt, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say that he had a cute butt, but I didn't know if I was going to say that. But that came out worse. So, yes, Tony and I have known each other a long time. Can you tell? Fred, my station owner at KCAA, is very funny, great sense of humor. My station manager at KCAA, Mark, is very supportive and a great healer. Not long ago, he had a heart attack, and he is so back to everything. My niece, Christina, my daughters, Chloe and Sarah, which brings me up to 8 compliments, are beautiful on the inside and out. So see how quickly that was done. If any of you are listening right now, whenever you're listening to this show, please give 8 compliments the day that you hear this challenge, because it is important to find the good in others, because then you can find the good in yourself. And it makes people smile. It makes yourself smile as well. So there's the Dr. Marissa challenge for the day. Today is that time of the month, second week Tuesdays. And that's when I take calls from anyone who wants to get their life tires balanced and their BS belief systems smog checked. And today's no exception. Jarvis has lined up 2 fabulous callers, and the first one is Dee. So welcome to the show, Dee.
Thank you.
Hello, and what I'd like you to do is to put your feet on the ground and your palms in your lap. Are you driving? Okay. You're not driving?
No.
Good. Gently close your eyes and connect with me through breath, taking a deep breath in through your nose and releasing. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. Good. And in again. And releasing all the stories and the drama. And one more deep breath in, connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like you to rate your relationships in your life right now. On a 0 being not so good and 10 being exceptionally well.
Okay, I would say probably 6.5.
6.5, 6.5. And then same scale on health and well-being, your own health and well-being.
7, 8. Yeah.
7, 8, 7.5. Yeah. Okay, good. And then finally, job and career. Same scale.
That I would say probably 4 or 5.
Okay, that's where we're going.
Actually, more like 4.
4. Yeah. Okay, that's a clear indication that we'll spend some time there and see if we can't bring that number up and look at some of the BS that's going on. Belief systems, not not bullshit talky. Sometimes they are bullshit talky, but tell me why that number is so low.
I'm just not happy. I realize that the job that I'm doing is okay, but I wake up desiring to be pursuing my own interests, and I know it's some level of fear but I don't know where the fear is in order to pluck it out and deal with it. That makes sense.
Got it. And when you first started the work that you're doing now, were you happy?
No.
Okay. All right. So there's a pattern here. There's a history, and you took it anyways. Well,
I took it because I felt like it would I was on the East Coast when I took it. It brought me back to the West Coast, and I felt like it would kind of get me to the place where I needed to be.
Okay.
But now I feel like it's taking more time away from what I really want to be doing with my days.
Got it. And what is that? What would you love to do? Go
ahead.
If I could wave my magic wand and change everything, describe to me what you would be doing on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, I would be teaching children, young adults, everybody, I guess you could say, in different environments, a modality that I created to help alleviate stress and depression and to promote positive mental health.
Great.
And it combines yoga, meditation, and martial arts. So I'd be doing that part of the day, and then on the other part of the day, I would be creating art, making jewelry, painting, working on a boutique concept idea that I just found a partner for. So that's how I would be spending my days.
All right. So there's already percolation in that direction. And let me address one of the BS that happens when it sounds like you're having a midlife opportunity. Yeah. And so the first switch that I'd like you to practice is not to see how long have you been working at the other job?
Literally 3 weeks.
Oh,
but it's been it's the same
industry
career. Yeah, exactly. Industry. Exactly.
For how long?
Background.
How long?
Wow. Probably 20 years.
Okay. So you're
Sales
good.
And marketing,
All right, and you're good at it. Well, 20 years. You've done at least 10,000 hours. You do anything for 10,000 hours, you're an expert at it. That's what the stats say. Although that they also say that 42.7% of statistics are made up on the spot. So that was a joke. Sorry. Seriously, the first thing I'd like you to do is to get rid of that BS that says, I've been doing the wrong thing for 20 years. I never wanted to do it. I shouldn't have been doing it. I should have been doing something else. Why did I do that to myself? Why didn't I get out earlier? Blah, 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 blah. Do you have any of that going on in your head?
I don't have any of that going on in my head. I have more of, I want to be doing something different. Why haven't you quit yet? Why haven't you just why? What is stopping you? That's kind of where I am.
Yeah. So the other thing that almost all of my life balance coaching clients that come in when they are having a midlife opportunity, they go from I hate my job and I want to quit, okay, and I want to do something else, And it's an all or nothing thing. I'm either doing something I hate to do and not doing what I love to do, or not doing what I hate to do and only doing what I love to do. So this is a program about balance. I'm all about balance. And my website's balance, my license plate's balance. And I do that because I need the advice that I'm not taking. I need balance in my life. So what I'd like you to sort of adjust your mind to is that you don't have to do either or. For right now, in every midlife opportunity, there is a transition time. And you are right there. You're right where you're supposed to be. And you will know the exact moment when it is time to leave one and do full-time the other one. You will know that. And if you're not feeling it, it's because it's not the right time yet. There's still more greasing of the wheels to do. There's still more, preparing, planting the seeds. That's what you're doing. In this other area, you're just planting the seeds, because already I see the connection between your 20 years of marketing and sales in order to make this new venture, this new chapter in your book of life very, very, very successful. I see it very, very, very successful, by the way. There's no possibility that it's not going to be successful. Timing and what you're doing to plant your seeds is the ticket. So there's two things. One is having higher vibrating feelings about what you're doing now. So it's called loving what you do no matter what it is. Okay? So if you can find aspects of what you do now that actually gets you to that higher, this isn't too bad. Actually, this is, I am helping people here. This actually, and look at that paycheck. Isn't that a beautiful paycheck? And with that paycheck, I have some money to play with on this side to invest in maybe, some advertising, or to invest in boosting a post, or to invest in any of these other areas. That is the source right now of your seed money. And isn't it wonderful that you have the skills, talents, and abilities and 20-year track record to be able to do that? Isn't that awesome?
It is, but I guess I'm in a place where I also feel like the income that I'm making is not enough. Like I am beating myself up a little bit, because I really did need more money to kind of survive and do exactly what you're saying. So that's part of my, I guess, internal frustration is
so
like how do I manage all of that?
Okay. So how many hours do you spend a day in that job?
Oh gosh, way too many. Because I'm like an outside rep, so I'm driving and visiting anywhere from 8 to 10.
8 to 10. Okay.
It just depends on how far out I have to go.
Okay. And in the car, what do you do?
Sing.
Sing? Okay.
So I sing. I actually I see myself, like if I'm stuck in traffic or something, I see myself doing what I really want to be doing.
Okay,
like I see myself teaching. I see myself, shopping for fabric for things. So, I do that instead of getting frustrated on traffic going to the job I don't want to do. I don't do that.
Good. You're already practicing the tools. You don't spend a lot of hours watching History Channel. I love History Channel, but you don't spend a lot of time watching Netflix or reality shows that don't really matter, or watching the news that depress you. How many hours a day do you spend doing that?
I probably spend maybe an hour and a half watching something, and that's just to kind of get myself out of, to just escape for a little while, I guess.
Okay, let's cut that in half.
Okay.
And then with the other 45 minutes, you get to play with Google. In my house, we call it Christina because she works at Google. But you will begin. You're planting seeds, and in order to plant seeds, you're opening yourself up for inspiration, because you're the creative center of your universe. You have all of that wired in you. But what most of us have done when we get to that midlife opportunity is we have shut that side off. We work, which is the logical, rational, and we don't really play. We don't like it, but then we feel like we can't do anything else. So that other right side, or the emotional side, or the sensitive side, which is highly correlated with creativity, gets lost. And then we fill up our time with things that feed on that other stuff. So all of my clients know the drill. If you keep saying, I don't have time, I'm going to break down your time and tell you when you do have time. How much time do you spend talking to people, trying to help them, and they are really not listening to you, or they keep doing the same thing? And meanwhile, that hour that you just spent on with them on the phone is a waste of time. There's an hour. When you're in the car, in addition to singing, in addition to visualizing, I want you to start downloading free audiobooks, because they're a source of inspiration as well. Don Miguel Ruiz is a great author. My favorites are Esther and Jerry Hicks. There's a free audiobook, Ask and Ye Shall Be Given. There's processes on there that are free for
I
you to listen
actually have that book with me. I literally carry that book around with me.
Okay,
I have a bag in the front seat of my car that has all my creative stuff. It has my oracle cards, that book, paint brushes, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So then let's go put the moose on the table. What is that? What is that fear that you know everything? You've already passed that level. So what is it? Is it the gospel of Nike? Do you just need to do it?
I think so. Okay. And feeling like I won't have enough to take care of myself. Okay. But I guess I really don't have it. If I look at it, I'm not making it as much as I would like to now. So I'm not really, that's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. Because do you have a roof over your head?
Yes and no.
Okay. Do you have food in your stomach most of the time? Okay.
Yes.
So and you've managed to live, I'm not going to ask you exactly how old you are, but I'm guessing you're at least 30? Okay. So you've lived for 30 years not homeless, correct?
Well, no, there was a time where I was, which is where I'm sure that fear comes from, is not going back to that.
And not regretting anything, because everything that happens is for our divine and best good. You're not going to be there again. There's no worst case scenario here. There's only best case scenario. You know that. But the fear that's keeping you from stepping into that is, FEAR, false evidence appearing real.
Appearing real.
Yeah. So you know that. So you know too much now. You just got to stop thinking. I think, therefore I am screwed, right? So stop thinking and just do it. Just do it. They want to meet with, I just did an open house at Agape. I'm blessed to be on faculty at the university. And people were saying, yeah, but we don't have funds to take a class and and we want to take and it's like, you know what? If your desire is strong enough, the funds will appear. And if you have money that you say you don't have money, but you actually do have money, you just slotted it for something else. Then you need to say, this is an investment for me. So, people who say, I don't have any money, that's, bullshit talkie. Because you have money, you just have slotted it for something else. Now, if that something else is of value to you, then be grateful and celebrate that you have the money to live. Well, I have to live by the beach, so I pay a little more to live by the beach, but I want to live by the beach because that's where, every morning I meditate on the beach. I need to be within walking distance or spitting distance from the sand. So I choose to be, I don't complain about how much it is because that's my choice. So whatever you're choosing, we have this tendency to say we have no money. We always have money. We just choose in which way we choose to spend our money. So if you want to take a class, if you want to do your business, if you want to do this, you just invest. You invest in yourself. So the next time someone says, let's go for a weekend in Palm Springs, and that's, it's probably going to be about $200. So you go, no, I'm going to take that $200 and I'm going to go buy some fabric. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying.
No, I completely get what you're. I guess I'm, and maybe I need not think about it so much, but I like my money is going for me to live. So it's like I don't know how to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything like there's no Palm Springs trip or.
Oh, okay. So we're at
no
security. Okay,
stuff.
I got it. Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. So right now you're making enough money to just to get by.
Exactly.
Okay? And then I'm guessing that you're saying the affirmations. You're saying, I'm going to have more than I need and more, and you're setting intentions and all of that. So,
exactly.
So what I would say in the morning when you're done meditating is to ask the friendly universe to show you where you're supposed to be making your money. So where you're supposed to be making more money. And when you get an inspiration to go, and you should be checking monster.com every day. You should be checking all of these places that have things. You should be on LinkedIn. You should be on, all of, and if you are, that's great. But I think the key that's missing is you see, it's the choice. It's a difference between choosing and outlining. So choosing, you know what you want, but now you're saying, I want a beautiful, plump, juicy tomato plant, but I want 6 leaves and I want 4 tomatoes. That's outlining. So when all you need to say is, I want this tomato tree. So I want this to be bountiful, but how it becomes bountiful may not look like what you think. So just try this. Just try this for 21 days because you're a thinker, I can tell. And I think that thinking is perhaps getting in your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're...
I'm sure. But I'm not sure. I'm dealing with how do I know when it's me thinking versus, a knowing or that the spirit speaking or something else. Because I've done what you said, and what pops into my head is Uber. Like, do Uber. You can make more money doing Uber. And I'm like, but that's crazy. So then I'm having this dialogue.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Yes. So that when you get that idea, that's how this radio show started, by the way. I got that crazy idea at 4:30 in the morning that said radio. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I've never thought of doing radio. And can we talk about this later? It's 4:30 in the morning. So now I'm okay. So I'm going to teach you a little. How do you know? And it's a great question because people say all this time, be still and listen to the still small voice. And I have to tell you that 8 years ago, if I sat and listened to that still small voice, it took me into bad places. I didn't like that still small voice because it was so critical, or it was so bratty and narcissistic and selfish and egoish. I don't know if that's a word. So just go back into that breathing with me for a second.
Okay.
And gently close your eyes, taking a deep breath in. So what is the voice saying right now?
You know what to do.
Okay. So that's
your... But I don't. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, your critic is following that up with, well, then why isn't it working?
But no, my critic is saying, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know what to do.
I
know a lot of stuff, but what do I do now?
Same thing. Okay. The next indicated step will come to you if you don't keep beating up the inspiration with a question. Why is not a spiritual question? It will show up. Everything shows up if you just allow it to. So your key word, your balance tool is allowing. You're not real good at allowing. You push. You're like me. We want it now. Not yesterday. Ricky was on the show a couple weeks ago. We're from the same tree. We have so many great ideas. We have so many things we want to do, and when we get the idea, it's supposed to happen right like that. Yeah. Did I just get your number?
You did.
I did. So just relax. Just relax. Not saying that, okay, so the voice is, you know what to do. That is the voice of source. That's the voice of what I call my UPS man, my universal power source. That's the sound of the greater collective energy that is always for you and never against you. That's how you know if the voice is a still small voice of love or not. If it's critical, the one that said, yeah, but what are you supposed to do next? That is not the still small voice. That is your critic. And everybody's got one. There's not one person on the planet who does not have an internal critic. And people used to say, I'm a psychologist. I purposely didn't go into clinical psychology because I don't believe in seeing people forever. But I'm an organizational psychologist. Well, the one thing that I do know in psychology, they say if you have voices in your head, you're crazy. But I'm here to tell you, if you do not identify the voices in your head, it will drive you crazy. So every one of us has a critic. And what we do with our critic is we let it drive our life car until we get driven off a cliff because we're constantly, you shouldn't have said that. You should have done this. You should have, why didn't you see that? Or why did you take that job? Or why didn't you, and you want to just, shoot them out to the 405 to get run over. But my balanced approach is to actually just breathe in and befriend the critic and say, thank you very much. I hear you. But I trust. And I will know. I will investigate Uber. I don't know if it is or not. I will investigate this. I don't know if it is. But the voice that says you are loved, you are wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness, that everything you're doing is okay, that you will be all right, that everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be more than okay. You are brilliant. You are a unique, precious child of this universe. That's the voice. We're out of time. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
But thank you so much for calling, Dee, and I wish you the best. And what is your website so people can actually come and see and watch you unfold in this beautiful new endeavor?
Sure. It is yomima.org. So like yo for yoga, me for meditation, ma for martial arts.
Ah, beautiful. Very creative. Best and best and best. Check in with me again and let me know how things are going. Practice not thinking too much.
I will.
Peace in and peace out.
Okay.
All right. And that was Dee calling from LA. Is she an LA caller? Calling from Los Angeles, California. You are listening to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. And since it is the second week of the month, we are doing call-ins with me, also known as the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And for those of you who know her, you'll know why we say that, because I will not beat you up, but I will point out to you with a little loving flashlight any of those BS belief systems that are getting in your way. And next we have on the air Godfrida. Please welcome to the studio, Godfrida. Hi. I'm going to take a quick second to connect with you through breath. So if you would put your feet on the ground, your palms up in your lap, gently close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. And releasing, opening your heart chakra and breathing in again. Good. Connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy. And one more deep breath in. And releasing all the stories and the drama. Good. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And on a scale of 1 to 10, in the area of relationships, how would you rate your current status in all relationships in your life? On a scale of 0 being and 10 being fabulous.
About a 5.
All right. And then job and career, same scale?
Yeah, right now.
Right now, what number?
Oh, it's a 5.
It's a 5? That's okay. And then health and well-being?
I think I'm about a 7.
About a 7? Wonderful. So that's something we can celebrate. And I just got the signal from my assistant producer that we have to go to commercial break to thank those who sponsor and make this show available. So we will be right back with Godfrida in 2 and 2. Peace in and peace out.
How do you prepare a young teen for the sexual culture they're growing up in today? Science teacher Dave Beck's hilarious and harrowing book, They Asked You What?, does just that. It gives the student, their parents, and teachers the knowledge and tools to deal with the reality of today's overwhelmingly sexual American culture. And it's a great, fun, thoughtful read. Read it yourself. Give it to your teen and/or their teachers. Available for Kindle download and softcover purchase at Amazon.com.
Come and fall into fun. Celebrate the beautiful colors of autumn with unique, timeless Treasures boutiques. From jewelry, clothing, and accessories to Halloween goodies, it's family fun for everyone, including story time and a crafts table for kids of all ages. Gourmet food sampling, free parking, and free admission are even more reasons to come to Huntington Beach September 17th through 20th and Lakewood, California, September 23rd to 26th. And mention Dr. Marissa for a free gift. For more information, go to www.timelesstreasuresboutiques.com. That's www.timelesstreasuresboutiques.com for fun, frolic, and artisan adventure. Yes, please do join me at Timeless Treasures Boutiques. It's a wonderful place where creativity is fully expressed. And welcome back to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. And today is second week of the month, Tuesday, and we have Godfrida on the line. And she just checked in with me on 2 number 5s in relationships and job and career. So we're going to start with the one you want to start with, and if we have time, we'll get to the other one. Your pick. Job. All right. So why is it a 5? And what do you think needs to happen to get it up to a higher number?
Well, I'm in a transition right now.
All right. And you got laid off. And what were you doing?
Human services worker.
Okay. And what are you good at when you're a human services worker? What do you like about that job?
I like helping people. I like giving back to my community. I like every aspect of it except the limitations that the job gives.
Okay. So you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy were you with that job, the way it was?
Probably a 7.
You were a 7? Okay. So it was a pretty good job.
Yes.
And so you're grieving. Sorry, go ahead.
Paid the bills.
It paid the bills. Those are always good jobs, right?
Excuse me?
Those are always good jobs, the ones that pay the bills. Yeah. All right. So, the word laid off in the past was a very negative, I didn't do anything wrong and someone didn't value me, and so now I don't have that job anymore. And I want to just absolutely release that's BS. That's a belief system that really was never true, because layoff is just, it doesn't match anymore. So the first thing I'd like you to eliminate from because I can hear the bit of sadness in you, and I can hear the bit of, not happiness, and this show's about happiness 88% of the time. So all of my clients who have had that loaded label of I was laid off, I'm going to ask you to begin and not say that word anymore. I know it's a word, but the truth is I was laid off. Well, the truth is there was no longer a match for you in that job.
Right.
Okay? So from now on, I like the transition. I would like you to say, I am excited about what the new chapter in my job and career is in my book of life. That's what I'd like you to begin saying to yourself. And even if you don't believe it, and even if you think it's just words, and even if you think it's just a Pollyanna, Dr. Marissa trying to get you to feel better about your situation, which I am, it still will impact the vibration that you give out to yourself. And that vibration that you give out to yourself, you also give out to others. Because right now, it's a very heavy vibration. I feel it. I hear it. And that's not who you are. You're a naturally fun-loving, kind, I say careful. I don't know if you are or not. That word just came out. Careful at the same time, carefree. You like life. You've always liked life. But I don't know, just this layoff kind of put a little monkey wrench in your belief systems around how friendly the universe is. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So the universe is friendly. It just doesn't show up sometimes the way you want it to. So I am going to bet some dollars that this layoff happened because there's something much better for you. And in fact, every single client that I've ever had, and we're talking thousands and thousands of that, a large percentage were laid off, which is why they came and saw me, because they weren't liking how they were feeling and they weren't getting any kind of job that they wanted afterwards. They weren't feeling very worthy or good enough about themselves. So that's why they came to me. And every single one, bar none, got a better job, either closer to them, doing something they wanted to do more, not right away, but after a certain time, but only after they readjusted how they were seeing what the circumstances were. And that's what we're doing right now. We're going to do a hard reset right now of what happened to you with your job. You were good at it. You did well. There were some things that you probably were asked to do differently, or the circumstances changed with the job that you had no control over. So now that fit left. That fit left to release you to something that is going to fit you better. It's going to bring you more joy and less stress. That's what's happening right now. And the transition period is you're looking for something. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. But most of us have this little bad habit of focusing on what we don't want. Like we get it, we know what we don't want, but instead of looking and picking up the stick on the side of what we do want, we keep hanging on to the side of what we don't want and banging people over the head with it. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. So I want you to only focus on what it is that you like. For the next 21 days, whenever you're looking at job applications or you're looking at job descriptions or you're walking down the street, I want you to go walk in a different main street every single day that you're not, actually, that's part of your job search. I want you to just walk down main streets and see what you see. And I want you to use this time to go exploring, to do all those things that you never had time to do in the middle of the week. So you get to go to all those really cute main streets in every town. You can carry, imaginary money and say, I would buy this, buy that. When I get, whenever I land the next job that'll pay the bills and more, I'm going to come back and buy this and this. But I want you to walk down the main street and do your shopping. Shop for jobs. See, you know what? That they're looking for this. Do I want to do that? Well, I don't like having to... let's see. My daughter just got a job as a hostess in a restaurant on Main Street, and she loves it, and I'm very proud of her. But I could not do that. I'm not good with customer service. That's just not my thing. So I had a friend say to me, "I can't even imagine you as an airline attendant because it's like you want pillows, you can't get them yourself." So, but whenever you see a posting for a job or whenever you see an opportunity and you go, "Well, I don't want this," then switch it around and say, I do want this. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's your first balance tool homework. You find what you do want. So all the aspects of what you used to do that you liked, you've already identified. So you are looking for a job that helps people. So in whatever capacity, you want a job that helps people. Do you like older people, younger people? Do you like helping anybody? Are you, particular? Open? Great.
Community.
Pardon?
So I've done various things in various aspects of the community. So.
Yeah. So you're limitless.
Yeah, I'm well-rounded in all
Exactly. So now the only thing is you have to match the way you sound and the way you're vibrating with your words. Okay? So I'm well-rounded and I'm very happy. I'm not buying it.
Well, not right now.
I get that. I get that.
Kind of
no.
In a transition, I'm feeling that.
You know what?
A transition period.
Yes, and yet you can either transition like this, or you can transition like this. It's your choice. The most powerful tool that you have, my dear, is choice. And I'm here to do the hard reset on your life machine. We're deleting all those past cookie browsers of looking for the worst and feeling bad and feeling sad and feeling like a victim and feeling like it's not right and it's not fair. And by the way, if you want fair, go to Pomona. Sometimes it's just not going to feel fair. But you are limitless. You can do so many things. You are not limited. So let's go look for all those fabulously limited places where you get to play out your unique skill, talent, and ability. So, but you got to sell it, darling. You ain't going to sell it if you're walking around like, what's that Peanuts character with the cloud over his head? I forgot his name. It doesn't matter. I used to be married to one of those, too.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So you also, this is not, I'm in a transition. This is, I'm in a transition and I'm very excited to see what the opportunities are going to be. Can you say that? Say that to me, please.
Yes, I'm in a transition and I'm very excited to see what the opportunities are going to be.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, I do.
You sound better. I feel better. You may not feel better, but I feel better. And that's what it's all about, because I'm all for feeling good. Every single thought I have, I ask myself, is this thought making me feel better or worse? It is one of the most powerful tools that I've learned in the last couple of years, thanks to the law of attraction. Am I feeling good right now? No? Then what do I need to think about that will make me feel better? Every moment I have that choice. And isn't that amazing? As a human being, as a spiritual being, having a human experience, I get to feel every single emotion that is available to us as human beings. So that means any moment that I feel anger, I can feel anger fully. And there's going to be times and moments when you're going to be really ticked off. Like, I gave my life to this freaking job and they laid me off. And you just get good and mad and you let it out and you vent it out, and then you take a breath and you go, and now I get to find out if there's something better. And I bet there is, because nothing happens by accident in this friendly universe that isn't for my divine and best good. I know that. I choose to believe in a friendly universe. Einstein says the most important question that a human being has to answer in this lifetime is the universe friendly or not? Godfrida, is the universe friendly or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, then live it like that. Then speak it from that. I live in a friendly universe. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. That's not a friendly universe.
Universe is friendly, and I'm looking forward to my future possibilities.
Yes! You convinced me. Does it feel better?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now, you didn't get a job on the show, but you still feel better because of the choices that you just made to change your focus. And you can do that with or without me. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to help with that, because it makes I love doing this. I love this, exactly what just happened. And it makes me feel good. That's why I do it. That's why I purposely have second call in Tuesday, second week, and Jarvis keeps telling me you need to do more than just once a week, and I just might, because this is what I know that I can do. This is what I know that feels good, and I bet you right now, I'm going to do it. Think of best customer helping service moment you've ever had? Can you do it?
Yes.
Okay. Was the person old, young? Who were they?
They were young.
They were young. And what was that feeling that you had when they said, thank you so much? Good feeling, bad feeling?
It was a good feeling.
It was a good feeling. Okay, so next time you... Yes,
Yeah.
so connect with that. Anytime that you get to that place where you start feeling and slipping back to where you were, just catch yourself, get mad, let it out, take the breath, and then go to that feeling place. And then from that place, go walk down Main Street. Got it?
Yes.
Good. 21 days it takes to create a good new habit, 21 days to let go of BS bad habits. So 21 days later, after today, doing my balance homework, I want you to check in and let me know how it's going, okay? You can email Jarvis. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Godfrida. And that is the successful conclusion of another call-in episode on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And we are now ready for our balance bar at the end of the show to tell you a couple things that I am entrenched in and involved in happily that you can join me in. One is I am going to be the MC at 2 Asian events. So if you're Asian, go get tickets for this. If you're not Asian, you can still come. But one is the Lotus Award luncheon put on by the Asian women entrepreneurs, and they were kind enough to give me an award last year, Business Person of the Year. And I get to MC and also present the scholarships to many young women who want a new start, or I got to interview one who came from Vietnam and was a manicurist until 2 sinus surgeries told her she had to do something else. And so she's getting a scholarship award to go back to school to pursue a degree in finance, which is fabulous. So if you'd like to support efforts like that, Asian Women Entrepreneurs is where you want to go. You can look them up on the web or just contact me to see about tickets. And that's October the 2nd, and then September the 25th, I believe. My pictures doesn't come through, but at the Beverly Hilton, I'm going to be emceeing the Asian Enterprise annual awards, honorary awards for the Asian Enterprise function, and we're going to have lots of great speakers, and I will be emceeing that. And as well, you can friend me on Facebook or LinkedIn for any of these, or you can go on the web to asianenterprise.com for more information on that. And also, I'll be a speaker at Edison for their Chinese affiliation group, and the topic is going to be to assimilate or not to assimilate. So again, you can check my Facebook out. I post all the time on those events, or on my website, the number 4 balance.org, and you can help support all of these wonderful activities. Also, I am so grateful. I wanted to give a huge thank you for all of my fabulous listeners. My numbers for August just came in, and we are just on Tuesdays over 50,150. And then that, in addition to my YouTube views being up 32,500, puts me up over 80,000 just Tuesdays, not counting Thursdays, Saturdays, and also with GLN Network. So I think that all together is up almost 180,000. So I am so grateful to all of the listeners. Thank you so much for all the support that you give me listening in, the YouTube likes, giving me the finger on Facebook, read between the lines, which is just actually this that you're giving me. Thank you so much. And xie. That's thank you in Mandarin. Next week, we are so blessed to have a man who I got to meet at Revelation Conference back in the spring, and then he just spoke again at the Agape International Spiritual Center. Dynamic speaker who really knows what it's like to have everything lose everything and know that it's the best possible thing that it could have happened to him. And his name is Bishop Carlton. For those of you who got to listen to him, will not want to miss this live interview with Dr. Marissa. And finally, the last Asian Oprah giveaway. I do have 52 card pick-me-up, Stacking the Deck for Life Balance. They're my motivational cards. And if you would Facebook message me, so you have to friend me first, then message me. I will give the first messenger a free pack, and all proceeds from my Balance Marketplace go to my peace work around the world. So thank you again. Tune in next week for Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. And remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
Part of me that wants to stay. It's all I want to hear my life.
And the founder of a world-renowned symphony made up of children.
The Inland Empire's most heroic teacher.
The world-famous mixed martial arts hero, Baptiste Mansour.
The lady who's saving homeless kids in Redlands.
The Inland Empire has thousands of community, business, and kid heroes. Each week, we share their stories with you. Join us for My Awesome Empire and find out why the Inland Empire is so great.
Saturday